Alright, what's up guys? You are going to learn how to make a bone broth, a tasty bone broth for whatever you want to use bone broth for. Chances are, if you're looking at this video, watching it, you kind of know what bone broth is and why you'd want to make it. So let's get started with the ingredients right now. We got, first, you want a nice big pot right here, just depending on the size batch you're gonna make. I try to make as big a batch as possible when I make this stuff. So you're gonna need vinegar. You want something acidic to kind of pull the minerals out of the bones as it cooks. So you want it to be acidic. Seasoning, pretty much, it's going to be kind of personal preference. I like to have a little bit of spice, so I'm going to add some cayenne. You're going to need salt. Got some fresh garlic. You know, sometimes I'll use an entire bulb, but for this I'm going to use 3. Pepper, allspice, cumin, and then garlic salt, depending on kind of what you like. That's kind of like my ingredients right there. Oh, and also, excuse the mess, I'm making some beef brisket for St. Patty's Day. If I can find, oh yes, bay leaves entero. So right there is your basic ingredients for spices. Now, as far as bones, these are lamb bones. I eat a lot of lamb and I keep the bones here. Lamb is pretty much all grass fed, so you get a good nutrient profile compared to other animals with bones. I think I have some beef bones in here as well. I think this is a ham hock that I had. I might just throw in, but you know, go nuts. I think that's pretty much everything you need right now. So the first step into making a bone broth is you're going to put all your bones into a pan and you're basically going to brown it. So let's do that right now. So basically what you want to do is you just want to brown these bones for a good 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how many bones you got. We'll probably have to do that for about 30 minutes or so. So while those are browning, we'll go to the next portion. We're going to make a mirepoix. And what that is basically carrots, celery, and onions. I wish I had 2 onions, but I used the other one for the corned beef. But honestly, just to taste. So let's get that started then, huh? Let's get this on here. A lot of stuff I make, it's pretty much not really measured out. You know, you can kind of experiment it. Usually I think you want to start with maybe a cup of vinegar, and we'll just measure that out. Alright, so I've got about 15 minutes or so on broil. Let's check and see how well we're All right, we're back. It's been a little over 30 minutes. Let's pull this out of here. So as you can see, what we want is pretty much a good brown. Most of that in there. If you're gonna cook this many bones, I would use a bigger pan so you can kind of get a more even brown. So once these are done, just it's gonna get much darker. One ingredient I forgot to mention, and I usually put this in as I cook it, is, where is it here? It's gonna be some balsamic vinegar, and this is gonna give it a really nice flavor. And let's open this up here. And you're just gonna barely put some in. You kind of see it cover the top here. And I would say you're going to add that in probably every 5 hours or so, and just kind of stir that up. And like I said, this is, you don't have to measure this. This is, you know, you're basically making a broth. You're going to strain everything out at the end. So for me, to get the best flavor, I just kind of throw the stuff in, and as you get better and better, you kind of figure out how much spice will give you this flavor. You don't like that flavor, add less of that, more of this, and that's just going to come with time. But that'll kind of give you an idea what to do. So now what we're going to do is just bring this to a simmer, and once it starts simmering, we're going to cover it up. And honestly, the longer you cook it, the richer it's going to get. I would say the minimum you're going to want to cook is at least 12 hours. I've left it on the stovetop for 2 days. I would say that's probably the upper limit of what you're going to want to do. But like I said, experiment. What's up, guys? Well, it's been 14-15 hours, and this thing is just looking good. Check that out. Nice and brown, rich color. So what I like to do is kind of just check the bones in here. That's pretty hard. There's a bone. Basically just check it for how done the bones are, if they kind of just fall apart. It's probably for me, yeah. So that just broke off. So it pretty much means the minerals have all been pretty much absorbed out of the bone there. I probably would have cooked this a little bit longer, but the smell is really bothering my pregnant fiance, so this will have to do. So this is not going to be enough, but we'll try it either way. This is probably the worst part of doing this. It's just getting it separated and strained out and put into a container. So what I like to do is just have this over by the So when you're done, this is the finished product. That. So it makes it all worth it, right there. That'll kind of gelatinize and just the collagen from the bones. So you'll scoop it out, and instead of actually pouring it, because once it cools off, throw it in the fridge, and it's good for a few months, and hopefully you use it before it goes bad. But hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck doing your own thing, getting it strained and whatnot. I don't have my funnel, should have planned that. But if you have any questions, put it in the comments. Thanks, guys.